Nintendo Switch Online Plus expansion pack. Is it worth it? Is this something you should spend your money on? Is it something that you need? Is it something that anyone actually needs to play games online with the Switch? Depending on the game, no, you don't actually need it. To play Nintendo games, yes, but is it worth the price? We're gonna go over the price, what's included, some new stuff that might be coming, and whether this is all even worth your money in 2024 or 2025, depending on when you're watching this. What's up, guys? Welcome back, and welcome in for the first time. Do me a favor, jump down in the description of this video. There's a link to our podcast over there. We do a podcast every Wednesday night, 8 p.m. Eastern, live. If you miss it, you can check it out on the podcast platform of your choice. On your way back up, make sure you subscribe to this channel. A lot of people think they are, and they're not. Another thing you're gonna wanna do is stick around to the end of this video, because I am going to tell you how you can win this. This is 1 year of the Nintendo Switch Online service plus the expansion pack. I got this with my gold Zelda Edition Switch. I don't need it, I already have Switch Online, so I'm gonna give it to one of you guys. I'm gonna tell you how you can win this at the end of the video. Let's get into this and let's talk about the Nintendo Switch Online service. Now, this is 3 years. We're coming up on 3 years. If you're somebody who got this back when it first came out, you're coming up on your 3rd year. And with the Switch as late as it is in its life cycle, you start to question, am I using this? Am I actually playing games online? Is there anything in these game services that come with the online that I haven't played yet? Is there anything left to do? Are they gonna add more? The answer to that is obviously yes. They're adding more. They keep adding more. They just added Banjo-Tooie last night. As of the filming of this video, it was last night. That is a game from Rare. Obviously, Banjo-Kazooie 2, it's one that people really wanted on the service. So they are adding stuff. They're adding things that give value to this. So in case you are somebody who's just looking to get this for the first time, let's just go over what all of this is, what the tiers are. If you already know this stuff, you can skip a little bit ahead in the video, but we're gonna go over this for the people who just wanna know about what this is. Now, there's 2 ways you can do this. You can either get the individual plan or you can do a family plan. We'll go over both the prices, starting with just Nintendo Switch Online. This is not talking about the expansion pack, we're talking about just Nintendo Switch Online. That's gonna be $20 for a single person, or you could do a family plan, and that is gonna cost you $35, and I've got what that includes here. Now, if you're just talking about that tier, just the Nintendo Switch Online, obviously the family plan is gonna give you more people allowed to use the service, and yes, you can all use it at the same time, you can all be playing at the same time, all get the games, everybody gets everything. And I'm gonna tell you guys a little bit more about that actually too, because I have a place you can go. If you're looking for people to make a family plan, I got a place for you. Stay tuned for that. So you're gonna be able to do the online. You're gonna get the cloud saves. And this is gonna come with the Super Nintendo system and the Game Boy stuff, just the regular Game Boy stuff. Now, there's a pretty big library of Super Nintendo stuff. You're also gonna get the regular Nintendo, just the NES. Big library of that, a pretty decent library of Game Boy stuff. You can go find the list. I'll link the website where you can check all of this out down below. I'm not gonna go over the entire list here, but there are a lot of games and they do keep adding stuff. This month especially, they've added a lot because, again, this is the month when people start to re-up. They're really trying to show you that there's value, but there's a lot more going on. Gonna get into that. But this tier is also gonna allow you to buy what Nintendo calls game vouchers. That is where you can buy basically 2 tickets to buy 2 games. 1 ticket is for 1 game, 1 is for another game, but instead of paying full price $60, you're paying $100 for these 2 vouchers. That means you're gonna save $10 a game. If you're buying Tears of the Kingdom, which is $70, you're gonna save $20. So this is a good deal. I have used this a lot. If you're somebody who is buying a lot of games digitally, this is something you may wanna look into, and I do believe that all this is gonna carry over to the Switch too. So if you sign up for all this stuff now, this stuff's gonna carry over, I'm pretty sure, so you don't have to worry about any of this stuff going away. One little tip about the vouchers though, if you didn't know this, if you have vouchers, if you've bought vouchers and you are a Nintendo Switch Online member, you have to use them as a Nintendo Switch Online member. So if you, let's say, let your subscription run out, the vouchers cannot be used at that point. You have to re-up. They'll stay there for a period of time. I think it's 6 months or something like that. Maybe it's 3. I'm not exactly sure. But you have a window to resubscribe and then you can use them, which I absolutely hate. I really don't like that, but that is the way they do it. So if you have vouchers and at the end of this video you decide you're not gonna continue with this, make sure you spend your vouchers first, because they will sit there and you've already paid for them. So make sure you do that. So base price, you're getting the online, you're getting Nintendo, Super Nintendo, Game Boy, cloud saves, vouchers. There's other little special things they do here and there that you're gonna be able to do. But where the real value, I think, is the expansion pack, because you get a whole lot more, and they keep adding to it, and I think they're going to be adding some really crazy stuff soon. So let me go over that. It is a little bit more expensive. I have this pulled up here. Now, for an individual plan for the expansion pack, you get everything we just talked about, plus you're going to get N64 games, Sega Genesis games, you get Game Boy Advance, and you get a bunch of different DLCs. Some of it's for Splatoon 2, you get the expansion stuff for Animal Crossing, which is really nice. I mean, I don't really play it anymore, but at the time when they did this, it was good. They do need to add more of that. I really hope they add more DLCs to this. That's something they haven't done in a while. They just did it kind of closer to the beginning of this. I'm pretty sure they added in the Octo expansion right after that. It was a little bit later, but they haven't added anything in a while. You do get all the Mario Kart 8 DLC too. That's basically doubling the game. Now the price on this is where some people just, this is where you lose people. The price for an individual plan is $50. Now you are getting a lot more stuff, but it's $50. You know, you're talking about $20 a year to $50, so it's $30 more a year. But we are talking a year. This is not a month. When you look at Xbox and PlayStation and how much you pay for their stuff a year, this is a really good price, especially with what you get. Yeah, it's not Game Pass. I understand it's not that extensive as far as the library goes. But if you're looking for Nintendo stuff, nostalgic Nintendo stuff, and you're really into Nintendo in general, this is a great deal. It really is. I believe it's well worth the $50. Now here's a way you can kind of get around that. And I'm gonna tell you a really good way to do it. If you get a family plan, the family plan is $80. Now, that is expensive, but if you can find other people to go in on that with you, you get 8 slots. So it's you and 7 other people. That's what I do. I actually have some of my family members on mine. They each give me like 10 bucks. I have some people in my Discord that also go in with me on the expansion pack for the family plan, and they just send me $10. And I'm gonna tell you guys about this right now too. There's a link to my Discord down here. There's an actual room dedicated to this in my Discord. So if you are looking for somebody to make a family plan with, you can find it there. Just make sure you guys, do your business in DMs, but you can at least find each other there. Links down below to the Discord, and we're in there talking about all kinds of stuff anyway. It's fun. So join that anyway, but that's a good way to do it. If you can do that, you're getting everything that Nintendo offers, and you're getting it for about $10 a year. There's really not a better deal out there. And Nintendo also says that they encourage people to do that, to make the family plan. And it doesn't affect anything that you're doing as far as your account goes. Everything is still kept very separate, so nobody's interfering with my stuff. I'm not interfering with anybody else's stuff. It's not like that. You don't have to worry about anything like that happening. So this is the way to do it. Check the link below to get in the Discord, and you can definitely find people there for that. So some other things we do have to talk about. Nintendo just sent out an email, and the email was actually about the Nintendo Switch Online and the expansion pack and all that stuff, and they were saying, stay tuned, stay subscribed to our service, because there's lots of stuff coming in the future. They have not done that before, which is weird. And there's a lot of other little things going on that you might want to keep an eye on, especially in the coming week. And if you're watching this, you probably already know what it is and if it had anything to do with the online as far as what they're adding. But Nintendo did kind of reach out. They put out a tweet. They said they're looking for about 10,000 people to try out a new online feature, but you had to be an expansion pack member already to apply. I didn't get in. I know a lot of people did. We're probably going to know exactly what this is next week. My guess is, and I don't know for sure, but my guess is this is probably GameCube. I think this is gonna be some type of GameCube, and the more and more I think about it, and the more I see people talking about it online, the reason it may be an online playtest is because it might be some type of streaming, which I know sounds bad, but it may not be as bad as it sounds. I'm not 100% sure how they're gonna do this, if that is what they're gonna do, but it does make sense if they're trying to test something like that out, that they would get a lot of people together and try to, just stress test all this, because there's gonna be a lot of people trying to play at the same time. But it's something new for the online. We know that. We just don't know exactly what it is. But there's another reason I kind of think that it's gonna be GameCube, and it's because there has been some stuff uncovered from a shipping manifest. It looks like Nintendo is making a GameCube controller, and if you look back to the retro style controllers that Nintendo has been making, they basically go right along with what they've added to the online service. We got the regular Nintendo controller when they added that. We got the Super Nintendo controller when they added that. We got the 64 controller when they added that. it makes sense that the next thing to come is a GameCube controller if they're adding GameCube. So these things kind of line up. So I really feel like that's probably where this is going. One other thing I do want to mention that I should have probably mentioned this earlier, but if you are somebody who's just got a Nintendo Switch and you are, let's say you got one for your kid and all they're gonna do online is play Fortnite. You actually don't need Nintendo's online service to do that. You can go connect to the internet and play Fortnite without their online service. So there's other games that do that too. I'm not sure exactly which ones. I know Fortnite is a big one, and that one you definitely do not need the service for, but you can find that stuff online. It's very easy to just Google that. But if that's the case, you don't need to buy this. Really, in any other situation to play stuff online, you are gonna need the online service. And in my opinion, I think it's worth it. Honestly, I think it's one of the best deals in gaming. The library's not as extensive as something like Game Pass, but it's very, very good, especially if you like Nintendo stuff. But that's basically all the information I have for you on this. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. But if you want to win 1 year of the Nintendo Switch Online and Expansion Pack, I'm gonna tell you how to do that right now. All you gotta do is make sure you like this video and leave a comment below. Let me know what your favorite GameCube game is. Just leave whatever game it is in the comments. I'll pick a winner. I'll send you this code and you'll be able to try it out at least for a year for free and see if you want to extend it into the 4th year. But that is gonna do it for this one, guys. As always, thank you so much for watching this video. Please leave a like. Make sure you are subscribed. We'll see you in the next one.